what it is, what it ain't, man. This your boy Lil Duwatt, and you are now tuned into the Mercenary podcast. Happy Saturday, y'all. I hope everybody having a blessed day so far. I hope everybody had a good Friday yesterday. I hope everybody's gonna have a great and even better Saturday and even an even better weekend to come. And right now, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna make this a long video. But I'm about to give y'all my Friday night SmackDown review. I ain't gonna go over every match, and I'm really just gonna give y'all my thoughts on what I liked about it, and then you know, a few things here and there what I don't like about it. And we're gonna leave it at that because I feel like I gotta get into certain stuff. There's certain stuff I need to talk about. But before we get into it, let me start off. I got to start every podcast and end every podcast the exact same way, and that's by giving thanks to my sponsor, your sponsor, our sponsor, God. Because without him, none of this wouldn't be possible. I wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be able to talk about the things that we are talking about today. So shout out to the big God, shout out to God. For always being there when we need them the most, for sure, every single day, every second, every minute. With that being said, let's get into it. We started off SmackDown tonight with a brand new, yet again, WWE champion, and none other than CM Punk. And I'm be honest with you. If y'all seen my Monday Night Raw review the other day, you know, I said that I was more so rooting for Sammy. And I'm not against Punk at all. I love CM Punk, one of my all-time favorites. But the reason that it's hard for me to root for CM Punk in this moment over Sammy is because the way that they booked this main event that they're trying to make for SummerSlam was so stupid. And so the creative it makes no sense. It's like, I feel like the match is going to be good, which it usually are. And I feel like WWE relies on that a little bit too much. They rely on feeding us stuff that don't make sense because they know once we get to where we're going, long as the match is good and people are like standing with their hand over their head like, oh my God, that's the best thing I've ever seen, they did their job. No. Because how you got there matters. It matters. And CM Punk being the WWE champion, I have no problem with that. Even though I would have, if you're going to put the belt on Sami Zayn and have Sami Zayn be WWE champion, at least have Sami Zayn have a real transitional run. That's my problem. I don't have a problem with CM Punk being the WWE champion. I have a problem with the story that you're telling to get there. I don't like that. Why is it that CM Punk ain't wrestled since WrestleMania of April? Now, they're 3 months ago. Been on vacation, working out, looking great in the gym, getting his muscles up, doing his thing. They get a Monday Night Raw in Chicago. And remember, the night after Mania, when he told then WWE champion Cody Rhodes, who just had the black eye because he got kicked in the face by Randy Orton, he specifically said he's going to stay ready. He's going to get ready because you never know when a championship opportunity is going to fall out of the sky. Wink, wink. And Cody Rhodes then says, while Punk was leaving after that, then says, just say when. And that was it. We didn't hear nothing else from CM Punk. Just a couple of IG posts. Him working out. Him living life. Him enjoying it. Him getting the much needed rest that I felt like he deserved since coming back 2-3 years ago. Been obviously probably one of the best things on WWE since returning. It's not about CM Punk. It's about the booking. He been gone 3 months. And he just shows up. Cody Rhodes gets attacked by Gunther. Can't compete in the WWE Championship match that should have never been on Raw to begin with. And he just shows up, says he put his clothes on at home, gets a call from Nick Aldis, puts his wrestling gear on, kisses his wife, and drives to the arena. And shows up with his wrestling gear, wins the WWE Championship, looks in the camera and says, "Babe, I'll be home in 20 minutes. And that's it. And you thought people were gonna cheer. That's not good enough. Because you know who you make look bad in that situation? CM Punk. You make him look bad. We got dudes who like LA Knight, and I'm not the biggest LA Knight fan, but the promo he cut on Seth was dead on. You got dudes who are being held down, dudes that actual fans want to see. Get these type of opportunities. But you don't do it because you want to sell tickets for SummerSlam and you want to have CM Punk with no championship opportunity, just get a championship opportunity, ain't wrestled a match, ain't did nothing, just show up. All right, let me show up and go get and go win and take this belt off a dude that just won it. Only had the belt for 9 days. 9 days. 9. That don't make sense to me. I don't like it. I don't like it. What are we doing? What are we doing? And then he comes out in Oklahoma City last night on Friday Night SmackDown because he's now an official member of SmackDown, and to be honest, SmackDown needed some more stars. SmackDown need to have CM Punk there, and eventually they're gonna have to. I don't know why they didn't. I would have put Braun Breaker on SmackDown, but whatever. You bring him over. You bring CM Punk to SmackDown because you need somebody. You need a fresh face, and you need somebody who's entertaining. And it's not that there's not anybody on SmackDown who's entertaining. Trick Williams is entertaining. Cody is good. He can be. He's a good storyteller. But Cody got stale because you don't know how to book him in a feud that has nothing to do with the WWE Championship, and that makes Cody look bad. It makes him look bad. I don't have a... And then CM Punk gets out. He's calling all of these names, saying he wants to face guys with a lot of these matches I would actually love to see. Guys like Royce Keys. Guys like Trick Williams, who I just said. Finn Balor, who just came to SmackDown not too long ago. Got a big win last night as well over Tyler Tonga. So shout out to Finn Balor. I ain't been doing too much with Finn either. It's another thing. You got the talent. He's calling all these guys out because you have the talent. You're just not using them the right way. And you want us to be excited about it. See, here's what WWE doesn't understand. The people that are fans that are overly critical of it are people who've been watching the show for over 20 plus years. People in my age range who was about 10 years old, 20 years ago, and are now in their early 30s, late 20s, early 30s. We've been watching the show for years. We know the ins and outs. We love the business. We don't want to talk bad about the product. We love the business. But how can I, as a wrestling fan, say, hey, go watch, tell somebody who don't watch wrestling and say, hey, go watch this, I think you will like this, da 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 da. If whatever I'm pointing it to, I ain't got no good story behind it, and it just make me look like fucking geek. Cool. I can't even suggest this to nobody because it don't make sense. And then if I try to explain it, I'm gonna sound stupid. It's gonna make me look bad. It's gonna make me look bad. And I don't like looking bad. I don't. I say all that to say this, man, because you do everything. If you wanted to have, he says all of these names of guys that he potentially wants to face, and he says everybody but one name. Then CM Punk comes out. I mean, excuse me, not CM Punk. Cody Rhodes comes out, the one name that he didn't say. And Cody Rhodes basically reminds CM Punk of everything that happened the night after Mania when he was the champ. And as far as talking about waiting on opportunities to fall out of the sky, which is kind of weird. It's kind of weird. It's like an alternate universe at this point, because it's like CM Punk got the black eye, and then night after Mania, Cody was the one with the black eye in the championship. Just weird. Knew it was a hard-hitting match on Raw. I didn't know it was that hard-hitting. And he comes out and he says this and da-da-da-da, and Punk basically says the exact same thing that Cody says, just say when. And then Cody says SummerSlam. Like that was just gonna get the crowd over. A few people was like, yeah, because we saw it coming. They didn't get a pop. We saw this coming. It would have been better if you would have went about this a completely different way. It would have been a bigger reaction. It would have been a more surprise reaction. Him saying SummerSlam the way he did, trying to get people to react, just goes to show that he knows that this is bullshit and that the creative is bullshit. It's bullshit. And I'm not hard on the company. I'm not hard on the company at all. I normally am and honestly, I am normally a WWE apologist. And I'm an optimistic person. I try to make lemons and turn them into lemonade, but with certain stuff that y'all been giving me, I can't turn this shit into lemonade. I can barely turn it into vinegar. It's that bitter. It's that bitter. Cause why? I don't have a problem, like, and you wonder why people didn't cheer the way you thought they were gonna cheer. Why? It's not Punk versus Cody that's the problem. It's the way you got there. Why, if you know this is what you wanted from the get-go, why not just have Cody retain the championship at at Night of Champions? Why? Why not? I'm just saying. I don't get that. Have that happen. Have that happen. If you want to put the belt on somebody, you could have put it on Gunther. But then you probably don't want to give Gunther a short title reign. Fine. You want to put the belt on Sami Zayn? Cool. Have him defend the championship at Saturday night's main event. And then have CM Punk show up. Have Sami Zayn defend the championship on Raw? Cool. Have him cheat to win that match. Have Johnny Gargano help him. Because Johnny Gargano is just laying on his damn face every damn week. Planking. Like he depressed. The story was right there. It was right there. This didn't have to be a long championship run. It could have been a short, entertaining one. At least it would have made sense. People will get behind it. It's not about what you do. It's how you do it. There is nobody in that locker room. There is nobody in that creative room. There is nobody there, period. To tell these people that look Michael Hayes in the eye, to look Bruce Pritchard in the eye, to look at Triple H in the eye, Ari Emanuel's in the eye, and tell that these people, this sucks. It sucks. It's not the superstars. They're awesome. They're cool. They do what they do. They're only giving what they told. You want us to get invested, but how can we get invested if you are not even willing to invest yourself with what you got? You can't even work with what you got. That's what pisses me off. They don't even work with what they got. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. And you think people are just coming on here just taking shit too serious. It's not that we not taking it too serious. You not taking it serious enough. You want us to just be fans because we've been fans for so long to just take anything. Hold on, brother. We the ones spending our money on monthly subscriptions. We the ones spending our money coming to these shows. Last time I checked, every promo that I hear from every good guy, none of this will be possible without who? The fans. And yet everything that y'all do, you spite the fans. Ads all over the ring everywhere. Commercials every five fucking minutes. There's more commercials than matches. It's been like that anyway, but still. We can put up with a lot. We just want y'all to meet us halfway. Don't blame us. Now, some fans are toxic. Some fans are delusional. Some fans need to get out of their motherfucking mama's basement and go live life. It's certain shit that's not that serious, and you're right. But when it comes to people who with common sense that just actually love wrestling and actually want to see the stars do well, people who actually want to have a good show, people who actually want to get a good story every now and then, we're not accepting that. We're not accepting that. Punk versus Cody, that deserved a way bigger pop than it got last night. A way bigger pop. I don't know. They don't know. I don't know. Because it's like, fine. He says SummerSlam, and then they shake on it, and then they have this long, awkward handshake after this, and it's just like, what? Okay, all right, just please get off my TV screen. Just get off my screen. Get off my phone screen. Get off my screen. I don't want to see this. Get off my screen. And it's not Punk or Cody, because it's the booking. You can't book Cody Rhodes into anything that doesn't have to do with a championship match. And then CM Punk just waltzes right back in after 3 months and just gets a championship match. You can't tell a good story for shit. For nothing. For nothing. You want to make more money, you want to sell more revenue, you want to make more revenue, you want to sell more tickets, you want to have more ass in seats, you want to get more viewers. Have the wrestlers actually pitch on ideas on what they feel like would make their own character better and actually meet them halfway on certain stuff. It might help. How about you go hire some people that's in my age range, 25 to 30 plus, 28 to 30 plus, 30 to 35 plus, that actually know something about wrestling, that actually want to see, that know that has some pretty good ideas that will work for 2026 and further. And stop relying on dudes who've been doing this since the 60s. Everybody got an expiration date. WWE. Everybody. That's theirs. I didn't say I was gonna come on here and just start going ham or nothing like that, bro. But it's like, when I go to the movies and I watch a good movie, and if I'm watching a movie and I'm not entertained by it, I'm gonna be like, why did I waste my money watching this? The plot didn't make sense. It started off good. It was up and down. It took all of this just to get to the end, and then when we get to the end, you leave us with a cliffhanger that makes no sense. That's how I feel watching WWE sometimes. Why am I spending my money on stuff that you're not trying to actively make sense? And you have a weekly episodic show that comes on where you can easily correct this stuff. But now y'all choose to blame everybody. You choose to blame everybody. Choose to blame the fans. We always the problem. I don't even want to get into the rest of the show, honestly, because Trick Williams and Carmelo had a really good match before Baron Corbin came out of nowhere. That was Baron Corbin coming out of nowhere attacking Trick and Melo was probably the biggest pop of the week, because we actually didn't see it coming. Shout out to them. Shout out to them for that. Give yourselves a pat on the back for that. Good job. We'll see where we go from there. That was good. I didn't see that coming. I liked it. It's like, come on, bro. You got CM Punk going behind the after that promo, having a segment with Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, telling them that he wants to see them wrestle again, trying to remind them that they're of how good they are, and that he wants to see them be what they are, and that's Johnny Wrestling and Candice LeRae, the vet, the Poison Pixie. Hey Punk, I know you've been gone for a minute, but we've been trying to say this for a year. Cause for whatever reason, the planking thing is not even funny. It started off a little bit kind of funny, but it's not even funny. He's not even interacting with Danhausen to make this funny. He's just laying there. Sami Zayn, the last few weeks is the only thing that's made this very interesting, because we want to see where this can go with Sami. To Candice LeRae's point, that Sami's the only person that tried to, actually believe in Johnny. But look at what they're got him. I mean, Sami Zayn won WWE Championship, and Johnny Gargano can't even get up and look him in the face and shake his hand. He just lays there looking like an idiot. Like CM Punk says, this doesn't work for me. It's not working. You could have had Johnny Gargano. Look at the story that Sami's been telling with Johnny. Look at the story. The only person that he's been talking to was Johnny Gargano. And by say talking, I mean he's talking and Johnny just laying there, looking at him. I can't tell nobody that doesn't watch wrestling to go watch that shit and think that that's gonna be entertaining. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? What is this? Excuse my French, but what is this? But you know what I can tell somebody to go watch? Hey, watch Monday Night Raw, Sami versus Cody. Gunther gets involved. Gunther gets involved, causes Sami to win causes Sami to beat Cody, and then Sami beats Cody again on Raw, and then Cody then handles Gunther, and then Sami takes out both. Then Sami hits hits Cody with a chair. No, and then when Cody's about to attack, and then when Cody and Sami's about to have a face-to-face, boom, you can have Johnny Gargano come out of nowhere and hit him with a chair. And that face-to-face of Johnny and Sami on Monday would have made, and then they would have just came and embraced themselves and hugged, the crowd would have went crazy. in Chicago without CM Punk, the crowd would have went crazy. They cheered CM Punk all night because it was predictable and they knew where the story was going. That's why. And because that's where he's from, and you seem like you can't book him in any other city that's not Chicago. How about swerve us and not have him show up to Chicago? Have Johnny Gargano show up. Have Johnny Gargano help Sami Zayn defend the title. Set up a story for Saturday night's main events, because it seems like Adam Pearce was going to keep trying to slight him anyway. Or Nick Aldis comes back and slights him in some kind of way and says, no, Sammy, you will defend that championship, and you will defend that championship against Cody Rhodes, and you will defend that championship. Or have Gunther versus Gunther versus Cody in a #1 contenders match Friday night, and have Cody versus Sammy at Saturday night's main event for the WWE Championship with Johnny Gargano in his corner. And then, with Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae in his corner, Sammy tries to cheat and win. They try to help him win. It doesn't work this time. Cody prevails. Cody wins the WWE Championship. Boom. Madison Square Garden. Here comes the da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, CM Punk. CM Punk walks to the ring looking at a Cody Rhodes who just went through hell with Sami Zayn, got through Johnny Gargano, gets his championship back. And as he's celebrating, CM Punk is right there in Madison Square Garden. I'm at a Saturday night's main event, looking at Cody Rhodes, and Gus does just like this. Just does this. It's time. You said when, it's time. And then you set up Cody versus Punk for the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. Now, if you don't want to do that because you feel like you don't want to keep hot potato in the championship, that's your fault. But it would, at least the story would have made sense. And it's entertaining. And Sammy's championship run lasted longer than 9 days. It's still barely a month, but it's still longer than 9 days. It could have started on Raw with the shenanigans with, like I said, with Johnny Gargano. They could have had shenanigans last night. Leading up to next weekend, to Saturday's night main event, they could have had more shenanigans on that Friday. Where now it didn't have to be shenanigans. They could have had that #1 contenders match with Gunther, because he still has some stake in this. And then Cody winning. Cody versus Sammy, Saturday night's main event. All the shenanigans. Cody wins. CM Punk comes out. That face-to-face, the crowd holy-ish. Holy-ish. There you go. Because it made sense. And nobody would have thought that he was going to not show up in Chicago, but show up at Saturday night's main event. You see how fast that was? Simple. On-the-fly booking. Simple. Simple. That's simple. That's making lemonade out of lemons. That's turning lemons into lemonade. That's turning chicken shit into chicken salad. Even if it is hot potato with the most important prestigious championship in your company, you had to play hot potato just so you can tell a story to fix it, to get to where you inevitably wanted to go. Makes sense. Just makes sense. But like I said, y'all, I said I wasn't gonna make this a long video. I went a little bit longer than I thought I would, but I just had a lot to get off my chest. That's why I said I wasn't gonna get into the full show. There were certain parts that I liked. about the show. Like I said, I love that Baron Corbin came back. I love that Finn Balor got a win. Hopefully Finn Balor can get some wins and get into this championship picture. Baron Corbin can get into that United States Championship picture. And if you do take the belt off of Trick, hopefully Trick gets into the World Championship picture. It's certain things that I like. I love that they keep pushing Jade Cargill. She's a star. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how anybody hates. She's a star. Keep pushing her the right way. But give these people meaningful stories. You can make the star can do their job. It's your job to make them even bigger stars. Don't just hand us slop and think that we're supposed to take it and be like, wait, we know they're gonna give y'all a 5-star banger and you're gonna eat it up and we're gonna get money. Like, it's not gonna work. People are smarter than that now. They're wising up. They're wising up. We'll see. We'll see. This was more of me kind of getting my grievances out more than a SmackDown review. But that's all I had to say on it. Until then, we'll see. We'll find out. Tune in Monday night with me. We'll watch Monday Night Raw and find out what happens then. But until then, let me give thanks to I'm gonna end this show like this. I gotta give thanks to my sponsor, our sponsor, your sponsor, God. Because without him, none of this would be possible. I wouldn't be here, you wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be here talking about the things we talk about, doing the things that we do, breathing the air we breathe. None of that. So shout out to the big God for everything we do, man, for making everything possible, bro. Shout out to God, man, for sponsoring this podcast and everything that you do. I hope you guys have a great weekend. I hope you guys have a great Saturday. I'll be back with a Monday Night Raw review, either Monday night or Tuesday, depending on how my schedule lines up. I'm gonna try to get y'all back to back with these videos. And also, we got more stuff. We got more content coming. More boxing content. More NBA content. We about to get into the NFL season. Preseason is starting and stuff. So we're about to start talking about the NFL stuff. So we got a lot more stuff to get into, y'all. But to any subscribers, to anybody who's been with me, I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, keep showing me love. You know what it is. You know the motto. We grinding for sure. We gonna keep going up. I couldn't do this without y'all. So I love y'all. To any new subscribers, I appreciate y'all. Welcome to the show. If you like it, leave me a like. If there's anything you want me to talk about to add on to it, leave a comment, bro, down below. If there's something that you want me to talk about, I'll talk about it. If there's something you think I need to do better, I take constructive criticism as long as it's not negative, anything overly negative, I'm good with it. Just whatever, just let me know, leave it in the comments. Like, subscribe, man. Subscribe to my page, bro. And show love, man. We got a lot of stuff coming. We got more videos. We got more music on the way as well. Go keep streaming that Pluto and Watt Volume 1, bro. We got music videos that's about to drop and stuff too. And I'm also in the middle of working on my next project, From the Heart 2. So stay tuned for that, because that's gonna be dropping in the next month or so. So hopefully within the next month for sure. So stay tuned to that. But until then, y'all, I love y'all. Be easy. Peace.